Martin Havlat. A rookie during the 2000 Stanley Cup Final. He would be Patrick's teammates until the 2010-2011 season. He spent the last 2 seasons of his distinguished career with the Devils. Please welcome Elias. A Devils teammate with Patrick for 7 seasons. He served as Devils captain from 2013 to 2015. Bryce Salvador. He was Patrick's teammate with the Devils for 2 seasons, and again in the Czech Republic, Brendan Morrison. A teammate of Patrick's for 5 seasons. He scored the game-winning goal in Game 7 of the 2003 Stanley Cup Final. A fellow native of the Czech Republic. Now next season with the Devils, winning a Stanley Cup with Patrick in 2000, Bobby Holley. Patrick had the primary assist on his Stanley Cup clinching goal in 2000. A member of the A-line, Jason Arnold. He and Patrick won the Stanley Cup together in 2000. A member of the famous A-line, Peter Safara. He played all 13 years of his career with the Devils and won 3 Stanley Cups. Welcome back, Sergei Brylin. He was Patrick's first coach at the pro level with the Albany River Rats during the 1995-96 season, and later with the Devils. Please welcome Robbie Fedoruk. And now, let's give a big Devils welcome to the 4 players whose numbers hang in the rafters here on the right. His number 4 was the first to be retired by the Devils in 2006. Devils captain from 1992 to 2004, a 3-time Stanley Cup champion, Scott Stevens. He played 8 seasons with Patrick, bringing his own 20-year career with the Devils. A 3-time Stanley Cup champion, Mr. Devil, Ken Danico. Our next guest spent 10 seasons as Patrick's teammate here in New Jersey. He won 3 of his 4 Stanley Cups with the Devils. Scott Niedermayer. He was Patrick's teammate from 1995 through 2013. Stanley Cup champion, the winningest goaltender in NHL history, Martin Brodeur. This franchise has a glorious past and is at the dawn of a new rise to excellence. Please welcome those who are making that happen. Devils head coach John Hines and his staff, and your 2017-2018 New Jersey Devils. took Patrick Elias to your hearts. Patrick, in turn, embraced all of you. At this time, please turn your attention to the scoreboard for a very special message.
I may have been born in Czech Republic, but I was raised in Jersey. When I was drafted in 1994, I was just an 18-year-old chasing a dream. I had never been to the United States and spoke very little English. I knew little about Devils or state of New Jersey, but that obviously changed. I don't remember much about my first game here, except that I was nervous and excited. I wanted to go out there and just do my best. Many of you were at that game. Many of you were at a lot of my games. And the fact that so many of you are also here tonight, that says a lot. All of the love and support I received throughout my career was unreal. It wasn't always rosy, it wasn't all great, we didn't always have success, but you and I, we stuck together. You loved and cared about the game as much as I did. And even with all the wins, and even with the Stanley Cups, this became about so much more than hockey. I got to know you here. We became family here. Because of you, I became Patty here. And because of you, I stayed here. Throughout my entire career in the NHL, I went through 4 different numbers, but only wore 1 sweater. Tonight, I thank you. From the bottom of my heart, it's because of you we sit here and watch the number 26 get raised in Jersey.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and Devils fans around the world, please welcome Forever 26, Patrick Elias. Tonight is an evening for nostalgia, for basking in the warm glow of a glorious past and a memorable career. All around us, we see numbers that represent that career. 26, of course, but also the numbers that are associated with what Patrick accomplished while playing for the Devils. Not just any numbers, but ones which represent the most goals, assists, points, power play goals, game-winning goals, overtime goals, and hat tricks in Devils history. And further, the most goals, assists, points, power play goals, and game-winning goals in Devils playoff history. In fact, the floor of this platform is constructed with 1,240 pucks, one for every game he played in a Devils sweater. What a career. Patrick had no idea what the future held when he left his hometown of Trebiche and traveled to the big city, Kladno, to play with better players in a more competitive environment. But as he continued to develop, the scouts took notice. I looked at the scouting report on Patrick, written as the 1994 draft approached. On a scale of 1 to 10, he was given a 10 for his hockey sense, and 9s for his skating, puck control, desire, attitude, aggressiveness, and checking use of his body. Patrick, you received a 7 for your shooting. The report further states that Patrick, quote, has good hands, is not afraid of anything on the ice, works hard, and wants to improve. Despite the accolades, Patrick went 51st in that draft. 50 others before him deemed to have a better chance at a successful NHL career. But I checked the numbers. Of the 50 players drafted ahead of Patty, only one, Ryan Smith, played in more games. No one scored more goals, had more assists or points than him. But more importantly, since winning was paramount to Patrick, no one drafted ahead of him had his name on the Stanley Cup more than Patrick Elias. I'd love to see what a redraft of the 1994 draft would look like. Oh, he was clutch. Look no further for proof than his series-clinching goal in Game 7 of the 2000 Eastern Conference Finals against Philadelphia. And he had a flair for the dramatic. Anyone need to be reminded of that pass out of the corner that led to the series-clinching goal by Jason Arnott in the Stanley Cup clinching Game 6 in Dallas? As this day approached, my friend and Patrick's friend, Chico Resch, suggested that I ask the fans what they thought of Patrick. So I asked, it was a great idea, and here's what some of you said. A winner, an everyday superstar, humble, a regular guy, a class act. That down-to-earth personality, a trait endearing to all of us, was what helped make Patrick Elias so special. The points and goals, the wins and the championships were important, of course, but Patty never forgot the human element. In Patrick's native language, Životní cesta means journey. Not simply the miles logged on a trip, but the path traveled through life. That journey brought him here, to the Devils, to New Jersey, to us. My time covering the Devils began roughly at the same time that Patrick came on the scene. It was my privilege, and yours, to watch him grow on that journey from a boy to a man, a husband, and a father. To watch the kid from Trebiche blossom into the greatest scorer in Devils history. Patrick Thank you for the memories, thank you for your friendship, and congratulations on this well-deserved honor. At this time, please welcome the Deputy Commissioner of the National Hockey League, Bill Daly.
Good evening. It's my sincere pleasure to be here tonight on behalf of the National Hockey League to help recognize and honor Patrick Elias, one of the greatest players in New Jersey Devils history and one of the all-time good guys to have ever pulled on a sweater in the NHL. With his jersey retirement tonight, Patrick joins 4 of his former teammates who have also been recognized as all-time great Devils players. Number 3, Ken Danico. Number 4, Scott Stevens. Number 27, Scott Niedermayer. And number 30, Marty Brodeur. All 4 not only shared in Patrick's pride for the red, black, and white and the nearly unparalleled period of on-ice success the team enjoyed together, but all were also teammates when Patrick was called up to play in his very first NHL game on December 7th, 1995. And I'm not sure anyone would have or could have imagined then, not even Patrick himself, that an 18-year-old native of the Czech Republic who barely spoke English would go on to become New Jersey's most prolific scorer of all time. You have heard already about his numbers. They're up around the arena tonight, but a few are worth highlighting. 20 NHL seasons, over 400 NHL goals, 408 to be exact. Over 1,000 NHL points, 2 Stanley Cups, one in 2000 and one in 2003. 4 Stanley Cup final appearances, 125 points in the Stanley Cup playoffs, 80 game-winning goals, including 16 in overtime, and a 4-time NHL All-Star. Patrick was a flashy forward who provided an offensive punch to a team that was known for its stingy defense. But he was also a responsible forward defensively, counted on by his team to play major minutes, both at even strength and on the penalty kill. Patrick played the game with humility and was highly respected both by his teammates and his opponents alike. Most of all, Patrick's game was characterized by his heart, his determination, and his will to succeed. And in that way, he was the quintessential New Jersey Devil. As a New Jersey resident my whole life and throughout Patrick's Devil career, and especially in light of his team's consistent success over that period of time, I had a unique opportunity to witness Patrick's career both on and off the ice. I can honestly say few people, if any, have impressed me more than Patrick, both as a player and as a person. Even though Patrick didn't often speak on his own behalf, his accomplishments spoke for him. We are here tonight to honor those accomplishments and to celebrate Patrick Elias' ability to achieve greatness with humility. Patrick, on behalf of the National Hockey League, I want to congratulate you on your jersey retirement and for being such a model player on and off the ice throughout your NHL career. Your number 26 has found a permanent home right where it belongs for all the loyal Devils fans to see and admire for generations to come. Congratulations, Patrick, and thank you.
He was the man who brought Patrick here to New Jersey when he drafted him in 1994. Unfortunately, and it does break his heart, he's not able to be with us tonight because this event coincides with trade draft deadline. 2 weeks ago, I spoke with Lou and he asked me to please express his sincere sorrow of not being able to be here. However, we do ask you to direct your attention to the video board for a message from former Devils general manager, Lou Lamoriello.
Well, what we saw with Patrick was he was actually a center iceman who you could see had a lot of hockey sense and had some God-given, abilities. So he grew and matured and really had his full game come to the forefront because he was used in all situations and became, in my opinion, one of the best all-situation players to play the game. But Jason came in and putting him between, Patrick Elias and Peter Sikora, you almost had a perfect, group of players who brought different things, but were able to maximize whatever their assets were to the highest level. As you well know, Patrick could find himself on the ice when we were down a goal with a minute left, on the ice when we were a goal up, on the power play, and also killing a 5-on-3 penalty because he had those natural instincts, and as I say, an all-situation player, which there are very few and far between these days. So, he was somebody special. Congratulations, Patrick, to you and your family for a most deserving honor. This is not something that is taken lightly on your teammates. Every one of them respects what you have done for this organization, and you being up there with the gentlemen that are up there prior to you is, as I said, most deserving.
Please welcome the captain of your Devils from 1992 through 2004, Hall of Famer, number 4, Scott Stevens.
Thank you very much. Patrick, congratulations on an amazing career and over 1,200 games, all with the New Jersey Devils. Very few professional athletes spend their entire career with the same organization. It's a testament of what you meant to the team. Passion, astute, intelligent. You're a student of the game, and you had the ability to make those around you better. Your work ethic was second to none, and you excelled in any situation. 5-on-5, shorthanded, power play. You were a game changer. You had the uncanny ability to make the big play when we needed it the most. Like in Game 7 of the conference finals against the Philadelphia Flyers in 2000. Late in the third period, you scored the game-winning goal, your second of the night. Then later, in the Stanley Cup Finals against the Dallas Stars, Game 6, double overtime, you made the incredible behind-the-back pass to Jason Arnott, who scored the Stanley Cup winning goal. The memory of you hoisting the cup, wearing Sicky's jersey, exemplifies the type of teammate you were. Patrick, you played the game the right way. You made individual sacrifices for the success of the team, And boy, did we have a lot of that with number 26. It's only fitting that you're the first forward in franchise history to have your number retired. And then, congratulations, Patrick. I'm proud to have been your teammate.
Thank you, Scott. And now to tell us more about what Patrick meant to this organization and to the state of New Jersey, please welcome Devils forward Travis Zajac, who in his first NHL game played on the line with Patrick, and managing partners of the New Jersey Devils and Prudential Center, Josh Harris and David Blitzer.
To start, Patty, it's an honor to be sharing in this special day with you and your family. On behalf of the players, coaches, and staff, I'd like to congratulate you on getting your number retired and lifted to the rafters where it belongs. It's nice to see the greatest forward to ever wear the Devils uniform recognized for all of his achievements, and there are many. We've shared a lot of good memories together over our 10 years as teammates, but what I'm most thankful for is our friendship away from the rink. The Czech adventures you took me on, our joint family dinners, carpools to the rink, the multiple hours spent on the tennis court. Now that you're older, retired, and have some bad knees, I might have a chance. Your rapport on and off the ice helped me learn how to be a professional. Every day, I got to see your hard work and dedication to the game, and that was a true inspiration. With that being said, it was your ability to elevate your play when the game was on the line that makes you one of the greats. Even with all the success you've had in your career, you've always managed to put the Devils logo first. Something I know the players, fortunate enough to play with you, and the fans supporting you appreciate. So it's only fitting on this day that this logo celebrates you and everything you have given to it. From all of us, thank you, Patty, for your endless commitment to the game of hockey. Congrats on your latest achievement.
Thank you everyone. On behalf of the New Jersey's Devils franchise, we are honored and humbled to be part of this tremendous night. In the past, we have retired the numbers of 3 legendary defensemen and the best goaltender in NHL history. Tonight, we celebrate the man who set more offensive records in the history of the franchise than we can count. Patrick, you have played a critical part in some of the greatest Devils games ever, and as we all know, you have the most famous assist in team history, helping to win the 2000 Stanley Cup. You have been a tremendous ambassador for the game of hockey, for not only the Devils, but throughout the world. We are all privileged to have witnessed your career and the dignity you showed during your career and when you decided to retire. Thank you so much for all you've done for our franchise and for the game of hockey.
tough to follow this group, but I'd like to start Patrick, his wife Petra, and his daughters Sophia and Kyla for allowing us to celebrate his iconic career tonight. It is very special to be able to speak on behalf of the Devils organization, surrounded by Devils luminaries and the fans that Patrick embraced so heartily during his illustrious time in New Jersey. There is so much to say about Patrick that I tried to boil it down in a very simple thank you note. Patrick, thank you for being such a class act on and off the ice, and for being an incredible player and an even better person. Patrick, thank you for always putting winning and the Devils organization first and making all those around you better players and people. I got a bunch of them. You might want to hold that. Just good. Patrick, thank you for your humility and for being such a fantastic role model. You're leading the way for the next generation of Devils players. As been said before, but I can't skip over, thank you for all of the records. Thank you for the 408 goals, the 617 assists, and the 1,025 points. Patrick, thank you for leading the Devils to 2 Stanley Cups in 2000 and 2003. Thank you for the refuse to lose attitude in the 2000 Eastern Conference Finals and for your game-winning goal in Game 7 against those Flyers with about 2.5 minutes left in the game. I think it was 17-28 to be exact. Thank you. I can't comment. Patrick, thank you for the A-line and the brilliant pass on Arnie's goal to win the 2000 Stanley Cup. Patrick, thank you for fighting through the hepatitis A that almost took your career in life. You are an inspiration to all of us. Patrick, thank you for the unforgettable final game of your career on April 9, 2016, when you scored that goal with about 15 seconds left on top of your 2 assists in that virtuoso performance. Patrick, thank you for making New Jersey your home and for choosing to be such a loyal member of the New Jersey Devils family for your entire 20-year career. And finally, as Patty said himself so well in the title of his Players Tribune article, "Forever a Devil." Thank you, Patty. A little token of our appreciation. Patrick, as has been discussed so often tonight, you had a special relationship with your fans. Your family watched with pride from those 4 seats just over our shoulder in Section 12.
Section 12. Right here.
For the past 2 seasons, you have joined us and watched the game among the fans, your fans. You are truly a man of the people. For that reason, we have dedicated those very same 4 seats that you and your family have sat in over the years to you. They are customized, they're really serious, customized with your number 26 and will be there forever.
the entire New Jersey Devils organization, and all of our fans, please know that you and the entire Elias family will always have a home here at The Rock.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, David. And thank you, Travis. I know you're all anxious to hear from the man himself, and you will. But first, please move your attention to the scoreboard above for a retrospective and a celebration of Patrick's career as a New Jersey Devil.
Listen to Prudential Center, the chance of Patty, his team leading 35th point of the year. Penalty down. New Jersey, Elias winding up, scores! Put it in the wide of the net for Elias to dig it out. He scores! The Stanley Cup New Jersey Devils for the third time in their history have won the Stanley Cup. The Devils 3, the Devils nothing, and Elias has gotten the new record for the franchise in points.
Home. Home is not just the place you live. Home is a place where you are proud to pound your chest and call your own. A place where victories are celebrated amongst family and friends. For Patrick Elias, home has been New Jersey since 1994.
At the end of the second round, the Devils picked me, and obviously I was very excited, going to the New Jersey. When I got out and you see those big buildings, you see 4 or 5 lane highways and big trucks, and you don't get to see that in Czech. You're kind of shocked and surprised.
A complete stranger to the Garden State, Elias's arrival in his new home came with new difficulties. The young hockey player would soon join a proving club with credentials to show for it. In 1995, Elias would have to continue to make a name for himself if he wanted to remain on the same roster as the defending Stanley Cup champions.
Eddie was one of those guys that had to earn his ice time and all that, but whenever he started to be more of a regular, you could tell that he was going to be one of our top players for a long time coming.
He was such a gifted, talented player, even at a young age.
And that's what he had. He was gifted with a lot of hockey knowledge, and like I said, he was a perfect fit for a team that was quite defensive, but you still need to score some goals in this game, and Patrick was able to set up goals and score goals for the Devils.
You want to get your spot here, make your mark. You want to win the cup, and I wanted to be the best player on the team. I was lucky enough to have the support that I was here for that long, but to be a piece of the puzzle of the winning core, if you have the other guys around you, and I had those guys.
With a talented roster comes opportunity. And very early on in his career, Patrick was given a chance to add his piece to the puzzle.
To the 95th Game 7 in Stanley Cup playoff history. The first Union Series in Philadelphia.
I always wanted to be the guy to be out there, and like every kid, like every hockey player, want to be out there in crucial situations and envisions himself to score that game-winning goal, and the Cup Series goal, and pinching goal.
It was a big moment for the Devils and for our organization, coming back in that series and Patrick scoring that clinching goal.
He just came up big time and time again. A player that you could use in every situation. I mean, he was a guy you put out there.
At that time, it meant a lot to our organization, to our team, to give us a chance to play in the Stanley Cup.
Coming off the greatest goal of his career, only 2 weeks later, Elias's name would be heard again, solidifying himself in Devils history forever.
And my father always told me that Cassie's better than goal.
The great players make great plays. You put it right on this tape.
Patty just kind of saw Arnie open, never really looked at him, and just kind of threw a blind pass.
An unbelievable backhand pass. I barely even had to stretch for him. He just had that knack for playing great offensive hockey.
While the first Stanley Cup may seem to be the sweetest for any athlete, the Devils' championship in 2003 held a higher meaning for Elias.
The New Jersey Devils, for the third time in their history, have won the Stanley Cup. The Devils 3, the Devils nothing. Devils Stanley Cup champions.
I was so happy to win at home because we won the first one away, so I just wanted to experience it and win with our fans here in New Jersey.
For me personally, I really hate losing, but I'm really glad we lost that game 16-9 because we could have shared that experience with you guys, and that was the best moment of my hockey career. So hopefully we can do it again.
As Patrick Elias continued to make a name for himself in Devils history, it was clear that his hockey highlights would not only be remembered by number 26, but by an entire New Jersey fan base of all ages.
It's just unreal, you know, how much support they gave me over the course of my career, because it wasn't always the rosy way, or it wasn't always great. We didn't always the successful season, but they always supported us.
Patty was always the team player. He made this his home, and he gave everything he had to this team.
It's the end of an era, and it's always bittersweet when you see all the wonderful accomplishments that he's had. Patty was my team.
You wanted him to win. He was the kind of player that was a genuine guy and just played with emotion. He showed his emotions, and it was contagious. It's our place, it's our team, and Elias was our guy.
You know, watching a player play for their whole career with one team is the ultimate fan's dream, because you always want to see them at their best and celebrate them throughout their whole career. There's nothing better than that.
The way he flows on the skates, he's very comfortable. He's effortless. It's poetry in motion.
That poetry would fill up the Devils record book with a familiar name.
Stevenson breaking. Elias is shot. He scores! 200 goals for Patrick Elias. Scores! The Devils in front. They score! What a play! Elias winding up. Scores! Oh, back in front. Scores! Elias buries the two. Score! Daniel Subras off a great feed from Elias, and the Devils have tied the game.
It was important and exciting because, again, you want to push yourself, you want to be better, and at that point, Johnny Mac was the best for this organization, and I wanted to be the guys. When that happened, I was very proud of myself.
Going from Elias, fed one across, score! Gianta! And Elias has gotten the new record for the franchise in points.
For a guy like Patrick, if you have a guy like that break your record, you did pretty good when the time you spent in New Jersey.
Looking back on Patty's career as a kid growing up in New Jersey, and all the big goals and big moments he was a part of, he was a special player to this organization, and it was an honor for me to be able to share a locker room and be his teammate for a little while.
He worked extremely hard, took a lot of pride in his game. I think he really, really loved being a Devil. I think he really loved being in this organization, being part of this team. Always trying to get better. I think that was the biggest thing I took from him. He was a great player, but he was always trying to refine his game. He loved playing for that logo in the front more than anything. And he's played some great hockey for this organization. He's the best forward of all time on this team.
He played a certain way, and he expected everybody to play at the same level. He was a guy that made guys around him better. He could get his vision of the game, his passing skills.
Patty was a clutch player. You can't have enough of those guys, and they're hard to find. And Patty always seemed to rise to the occasion in big moments.
Well, he started here at Finished Chair, and that doesn't happen too often, and was instrumental in the 2 Stanley Cups we won with Patrick. It's really fitting that he's the first Devil forward to have his number in the rafters. It's the only thing that's Patrick Elias, one of the best Devils ever.
Patrick Elias left the Devils as the all-time leading scorer. He didn't always play on the top line, but always sacrificed for the team's betterment. Of all of his accomplishments, one stands out to him above the rest.
Who filled the place all year. Elias scores! And gives them a final gift with 15 seconds left. Patrick Elias. And if that's goodbye, what a way to go.
People ask me what's my biggest achievement, and this is it. it is spending playing for one team my whole career, and I'm very proud of it.
For Patty, home now has a new meaning. Home is a place where a career created a culture. A place where dedication created a legacy. A place where loyalty created a bond amongst an entire families. A place where 1,240 games embodied one crest. A place where 408 goals were a part of the same game plan. A place where 1,025 points were recorded on the same record book. A place that made a two-time Stanley Cup champion. A place that is home to number 26 forever.
Please welcome number 26, Patrick.
Get this party started. I only have 7 minutes, okay? These guys were talking for way too long, so. Are you guys sure there's gonna be gameplay after this? These guys are in a sweatband. For someone who was growing up in Eastern Europe, in communist country, there's no way I could ever dream of this day. And I'm so thankful and touched and honored by this. First, thank you to the New Jersey Devils organization, and most importantly, to you, the fans. I would like to thank the ownership and managing partners, Josh Harris and David Blitzer, and the entire management for giving me this awesome ceremony, not only tonight, but the whole week. I'd like to thank the prior owners, Jeff Vanderbeek, and especially the McMullen family who are here tonight. With me from the beginning, so thank you, and especially for keeping the Devils where they belong. There are so many great people behind the scenes that I should mention here. You know, all the trainers, all the equipment guys, all of you people that are working in this building and in Continental that I got to meet, people behind the scenes in the office, some of you know me for a long time, some of you don't. Murray Carnival, Pete Albitz, Corinne Waltman, you guys amazing, and I can thank you all enough for what you have done for me and my family. Thank you. I got lost a little bit there, so bear with me. No, I truly do have to thank, I had a privilege of meeting and working with so many fantastic people. And as I said, I cannot thank all of them tonight here, but please do know I truly, truly am thankful for what you have done all of these years for me. I remember when I was asked to come to the NHL draft. I was 18 years old, and a couple of the people already mentioned I didn't speak any English. I met a guy named Jan Ludwig. He was originally from Czech Republic. He was a scout for the New Jersey Devils. He came to see me 3 times while I was still playing back in Europe. And all 3 occasions, I didn't play. I was warming up the bench. So I have no idea why the Devils picked me. But I'm sure, you know, I'm so thankful that they did. You know, I became part of the NHL. National Hockey League. The best hockey league in the world. It was then, it's now, and that will never change. It's a privilege to be part of special, you know, special. It was a privilege to be part of this league, which doesn't only play the best hockey on the planet, but it gives us the opportunity to become role models and be part of the special community and brotherhood. My first trip to New Jersey was in 1995. The Devils just won the Stanley Cup. Yeah. So I was already intimidated by that. But when I walked into the locker room and I saw some of those guys, the way they were built, like Scotty, Mike Paluzzo, Bobby Holly, and I was barely pushing 165 pounds. I was thinking, what am I doing here? My early years I spent in Albany, playing for the farm team, the Reds. And I'm thankful for those years. I had a chance to develop as a player and as a person, and finally learn a little bit of language thanks to the TV hosts Ricky Lake and Jenny Jones. Yeah. I hope I'm doing okay, you know. My first coach, Robbie Storek. You taught me so much. You gave me all the opportunities to get to the NHL. And once I did, you did even more. You gave me self-confidence, and you believed in me. And I thank you. You reminded me how important it is to be a team player, not an individual. What I learned later was typical for this organization, New Jersey Devils, and the architect, Lou Lamoriello. Isn't the trading deadline in 2 days, by the way? Lou, sometimes our relationship wasn't always rosy or greatest. We had some interesting moments, and at times we had some interesting disagreements, especially on my hairstyle, as you guys saw in the video. But Lou, you built this organization to succeed, and I thank you for everything. I had a chance to play with so amazing players over the course of my career. Guys like Kenny Danico, right behind me, sorry. Scotty Stevens, Adi Irma, and obviously Marty Brodeur. For example, you guys, it's not only a privilege for me to have my jersey retired today next to yours, but for a young kid coming into the league and growing up, you cannot ask for better role models and leaders than these guys were. The same goes for coaches. Larry Robinson, unfortunately he couldn't be here today. He was on the plane, trying to get on the plane yesterday, and I hope he's okay. Some health issues, and I'm thinking about you. There aren't too many people in hockey that love the game more than you did. And the best thing was, you just wanted us to have fun playing hockey, and we sure did. In this era, I was lucky to play with a lot of great guys. Some of them are here tonight. Colin White, Chris Terrelli, Brian Rolston, Brandon Morrison, Sergei Brylin, he deserves to be here. The three-cup Stanley Cup champion of the Devils. My good friend Bobby Holik, and obviously the A-line. Grayson Arnold and Peter Sikora. I know it's very rare to find a chemistry with one player on the team. But to have it with all three of us, it was special. And I had the most fun playing hockey with you two guys. I remember like it was yesterday. Game 6 in Dallas, second overtime, and I guess it's time for me to come clean now. Yes, I did see Aaron. And before I knew it, we were hugging and celebrating the 2000 Stanley Cup. Then another cup with Pat Burns in 2003. We were a totally different team. We didn't have as much of a talent as the other teams, but we proved that with work ethic and belief, you can accomplish anything. During that time, I had again privilege to play with some of the great guys and players. Scotty Gomez was here tonight. Brian Giampa, Turner Stevenson, Jimmy McKenzie, Jay Fendolfo, and the unsung heroes of those years, of that year, Jeff Reason, and especially my good friend Mike Brett. Such a great time of my career. And suddenly, 2004 NHL lockout. It's okay. Me playing in Russia, getting sick with the hepatitis A, the whole world changed for me in an instant. The doctors didn't believe I would be playing back in the NHL, but the Devils did. They believed in me, and this all meant so much to me and showed me that the New Jersey Devils organization is more than just a good hockey team, it's my family. So when I was standing on a crossroads, for the first time ever, deciding on which side of the Hudson River I wanted to play for the rest of my life, I let my heart choose and make the decision for me. And I stayed another decade here where I belong. There was a lot of ups and downs during the next few years, but I still had a chance to work with great coaches like Jacques Lemaire, Adam Oates, and Peter Ball, and great players like Zach Parise, Adam Henry, and my good friends Andy Green, Kevin Weeks, and Travis Ajak. It was also fun to have a couple of my countrymen on my team. Marek Zhidlitsky, Martin Havlat, the late Karl Rakunek, and although only for one game, Pavel Zacha. All of you made those final years very special to me, and I thank you. You know, sometimes the endings can be very difficult. To John Hines, Ray Shiro, thank you for letting me walk away with dignity and on my own terms. You guys treated me with the utmost respect and gave me all the time and opportunity to make the decision when I wanted to at the right time, and I thank you for that. To these guys, the exciting, talented Devils hockey team of the 2018. I wish you guys all the best. You guys can be successful as some of the amazing teams that I was fortunate to be part of. You gotta find the identity for this team, believe in yourself, and remember, teamwork is everything. The concept of being part of the team is essential to the success of every professional. Yeah, we won the cup. This all wouldn't have happened, and I wouldn't be standing up here tonight without the support of my personal team, my friends, and my family. I'm so thankful that my brothers and my mom and dad, both cancer survivors, can be here tonight with me. I hope you don't mind, I would like to say a few words in Czech, because they didn't have a chance to watch replay. Mami, tati, chtěl bych vám moc poděkovat za to, co jste všechno obětovali, nejenom pro mě, ale i pro bráchu. Za vaši lásku a podporu. Mama, jsem moc rád. Bráchu, byli jste moji hrdinové a mý vzory, když jsem byl malý kluk. A toho staršího přeperu i teď, to je v pohodě. Mým přátelům, kteří jste tady a vy, kteří koukáte doma v Česku, jsem rád, že vás mám a že jste mými přáteli. Mám vás moc rád a děkuji za vaši podporu. To my lovely wife, Petra. Behind a good man is a greater woman, and I'm no exception. You have been with, I can speak English obviously, I'll just get confused with the Czech language. You have been with me with a lot of the ups, but a lot of the downs. And I got through the downs only because of you. Because of your support, your love that you have shown to me on a daily basis. You gave me the most beautiful things that man can ever ask for, with all the 2 daughters. And I just want to say, I love you. Every devil needs a couple angels, and I do have them. To my little girls, Sophia and Kyla, you have extended my career for a few years. You don't know it, but you did. Because when you were born, I was looking at hockey a different way. I knew no matter what's going on at the rink, I have a better thing going on at home. I have the 2 beautiful girls that taught me what is unconditional love. And I love you. We're back, guys. I am so blessed to have two families, two homes. To my American family, a lot of you guys are here, up here somewhere. Hey. Without you, I wouldn't be here. And thank you. As the youngest boy in my family, I wasn't always angel, trust me. But I didn't know my American home will create an all-time devil out of me. I just remember, because this is gonna be over pretty soon, these guys gotta get ready for the game. And I truly wanna be like cool guys, so here it is. I wanna take a selfie with all of you. But very not least, I absolutely want to thank all of you, the fans, who made a guy from Czech Republic feel completely at home here in New Jersey. The love and support you have shown me warms my soul to levels that I have difficulty describing. And with the very deepest sincerity, I thank you, the fans, for your overwhelming support throughout my entire career. Thank you. It is one of my proudest moments that I was able to spend my entire career with one team. All of you were always here for me when I needed, and I'm honored to know my number 26 will always be here among the other great New Jersey Devils. I like to think, after all that you have done for me, now that I'm always here for you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for letting me devil forever. I will leave a bit of my heart here at the Rock, where it was tested and made stronger, and where it belongs to all of you. Thank you.
It's that time. We're going to have you step off the stage now, join your former teammates Scott Stevens, Ken Danico, Scott Niedermeyer, and Marty Brodeur. They have a jersey for you to put on as they welcome you to their exclusive club. To the Patrick Elias carpet near the blue line as we get ready to raise your number to the rafters.
Devils fans, let's hear it one more time for number 26, Patrick Elias.
There's space to wait in this time, and the reason that you want to play, you try to describe. And you're not leaving anywhere, you thought you found a friend to take you out of this place, someone you can love. It's all for days.
Yeah.